and then we'll take questions.
Sometimes you feel a lot better when you know you've got guys that have been here before. And, you know, these guys have been going to war all year long. It's been a long season, a lot of adversity. And I think that the grit that the adversity creates for us paid off in this one today. Marcus Graves showed up, senior competitor. But we had four guys in double figures, 21 assists. Kind of tells the tale the way we share the ball, the way we play together offensively. I think feeds into our defensive concepts in terms of playing together. And so the last thing they saw on the board before we went out was play hard, play smart, play together. It's old. I think every high school, college coach that coached in the 80s, 70s and 80s probably used those terminologies, and today it paid off for us.
Coach, you were kind of down a half in Reno every game last year. Was that kind of an emphasis to get going earlier?
No, you know, we've been down at half a lot, and some of it is, you know, style of play. We're taking everybody's best punch. You know, when you play with so many offensive options, it's hard to get into a flow sometimes because everyone wants to get a shot, everyone wants to get a touch. And so, you know, getting off to good starts are hard. And I think the adjustment we made with Timmy Falls in the lineup allowed us to create more for us early off our defense. But we do want to get off to good starts as much as possible, but I've made a big deal out of that.
Team in this game dialed, playing very, very well. What goes into changing the mentality and the regular season start of the postseason for you?
Really not a lot, to be honest with you. I think we've been dialed all year. I just think that the change we've been through forces a lot of change in style of play, a lot of change in roles. And going into the Sac State game, I thought last week we settled in. I made one last adjustment, and everyone accepted their roles where they were. And I think you're seeing some results of that.
What was going on in your mind before first game of the last game?
I said it before, you know, this is what our season really comes down to, these 3 games in the conference tournament. So, you know, being my last one, it's just about leaving everything out there on the floor. You know, you don't want to have any regrets when it's all over. So just getting to a good start was a key for me, and just, you know, playing with passion and energy. When you do that, you know, you usually like the results, like what happens when you leave everything on the floor. So that was really my focus going into the game.
Mac, what about you? This was your first taste of the conference tournament. Was it what you expected?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, like, personally, I was just going to try and go out there and give them everything that I could, bring some energy, like I've been trying to do all season, and I think that did a good job of that tonight.
Mac,
Coach, for those of us who haven't seen a lot of you this year, how much zone have you seen this season, and how do you feel about the way they play against the second half?
Where you been?
Covering the win.
We've seen a lot of zone this year. You know, we run a lot of offense. We're pretty versatile inside, outside. We've got a lot of weapons. And I'd say probably 80% of our games we've probably been zoned at some point in time, whether it's because we made a run or it's a game plan. And we've learned to not settle for a million threes against the zone and how to attack zones and manipulate zones. But once again, that comes down to patience and you know, trusting your teammates and allowing others to get shots and make plays. It takes a very unselfish basketball team to execute against them.
You mentioned the change you guys got. What do you like about Timmy and Wyatt? What is that? What's different about this?
Speed kills. You know, we had a heart-to-heart. We've had a lot of these this year, and as a group, Ahmaad mentioned wanting to be more aggressive. He didn't feel like we were starting games very aggressive, and so one of the best ways to do that is put speed on the floor, pick guys up, touch them early, and establish yourself defensively for 90 feet, 94, 90, somewhere around there. And so I thought that set the tone in terms of getting off to a good start at Sac State the first time. And it created a level of aggression that, you know, some of the guys needed. But the other thing with Timmy is he's really good on the backside of rotations. and we find ourselves in a lot of rotations. And so when you can get your fastest guy that's got great instincts on the backside, then your defense is going to be a little better to start.
Mike, when Sac State has already kind of played a game, they're familiar with the arena and stuff. What is it like trying to just get that first game, for lack of a better term, kind of out of the way?
It feels good. You know, we got here early in the morning. We woke up really early and got on the floor, shoot around. I think that kind of helped us actually, just getting used to the rims and stuff, getting a feel for the floor. So it's nice to get the first one out of the way. Now it's about recovery, and we're gonna watch this next game and prepare for tomorrow. So have to get a lot of rest, get some fluids in us, and go from there.
Travis, today, Mac played extended minutes down and not as much. First of all, is that just a matchup that you like against Sac State today? What did Mac bring to your team that you like?
These guys got to be prepared to play. They got to be prepared to not play. When you plan on playing a lot of guys and you've got a lot of talent, things change game to game. The foul trouble killed us early. I thought we were in the process of putting them away early. And Donovan and Saeed both pick up 2 fouls. Here comes Mac. And, you know, when Mac plays aggressive and we get in the ball in the right spots, as opposed to giving it to him in trouble areas, he's very successful for a freshman. And we did a good job of that. I think his teammates played well with him, and he showed up defensively for us. So a lot of it was opportunity, and he took advantage of it a lot, like the Idaho State game.
Coach, with a heavily defensive program, how do you navigate that risk of early foul trouble like you guys fell into today?
You can't. You know, all I can do is fight for my guys and hope that the fouls balance out. You know, it was a physical basketball game on both sides of the floor, and I think we attacked the rim as much as anybody in this conference. And so I would assume that we'd have as many fouls called on our opponents as us. But we just have to play the way we play. If our defensive scheme is working with us a game, we just got to play. And that means the guys off the bench got to be ready to go if we do have foul trouble.
Mac, if you can think back to when you kind of the first games that you got into this season, just how much more different is it for you at this point of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little different. I definitely just feel a lot more comfortable, and that's credit to these guys trying to make me feel more confident, and I think that's definitely helped a lot throughout the season.
Travis Sac relies on pretty much outlast the league, but they made 12 yesterday, they made 11, they about twice as many as the team. How does that change
Well, it's a lot like us, you know, when you know, everybody want to make a big deal of our free throw percentage and our three-point shooting percentage early in the year in November. And the reality is that I let these guys play. They don't feel like they have a green light because I yell so much, but I let them go. And because of that, you're going to have some guys that probably aren't great shooters taking a lot of threes, and the percentages catch up at some point in time. And so you become more selective as the year progresses for them. If you look at who was shooting them, you know, it's 2 guys making the bulk of those threes, and those guys are very capable shooters. So I think the reality is it's just that they settled down and they made sure the right guys got shots. The other thing is they pound the paint, they throw the ball inside, and so when you do that, that opens up threes because you're either going to play one-on-one or you're going to help. And if you help, somebody's open, you got to find them, and they've done a good job of staging the floor and putting the shooters in the right spots.
Michael, what do you like about the way your team's playing heading into the semis?
We're scrapping. I think that's a big part of it. You know, Sacramento State, they run their offense pretty well, and they like to run guys off a lot of screens, and that it takes a lot of energy out of you to fight through those the whole game. But we've done a great job of that. We're gonna have to adjust though, because the team we play tomorrow, whether it's Portland State or Weber State, they're gonna do something very different. So we just have to adjust, and I think our team is very good at making adjustments, so it's not something that really worries us too much. We're going to go tomorrow with confidence, and we're going to follow the game plan these coaches draw for us, and we're going to be confident going into it.
Travis, I'm sure you guys are going to stay around the scout, but what about the players? Will they stay and watch the game? What's the plan?
We're going to make them sleep in the gym. No, they'll watch the first half, or actually second half. We'll get them out here, get some food, bring them back, watch second half, get treatment, go to bed. You know, they need to be in the bed before the sun goes down. You not okay with that?
Coach Ahmaad, I think 14 of the 17 in the second half for their adjustments that you made in the second half, and he was getting in the middle of the zone more.
No, he did a phenomenal job of making sure that ball got where it needed to get and getting everyone else going, and that's what pure point guards do. And it's been an evolution with him. learning the position. He wasn't taught the position until college, and so you got to let the game come to you, but you got to make it easy for your teammates. That's hard to do, and then eventually what happens is the defense settles, and now you pick your spots and take over the game when it's time to take over the game. And we hit a stretch where we couldn't get shots, and he found a spot. He's a rhythm player, so he sees that ball go to the basket one time. He's liable to make 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. I think he's made as many as 10 in a row in his career here in Montana.
Time for about one more question. Go ahead.
How do y'all feel about moving from Reno, the tournament last year, to Boise this year?
You're asking me a question I'm not supposed to answer. You're trying to get me in trouble. I'll be honest with you. I'm all about environment, and I think that we draw well wherever you're going to send us. We're going to draw because Griz believe in us and support us. But we're talking, it's March, man. These kids deserve to play in front of large crowds. And when you have programs like us in Weber that draw the way we draw, why not play in front of 7,000 people today? So, I don't know if that answers your question, but I think these guys have done a good job of hosting. I think the hotel's setup is nice, and Boise is a very clean city and safe city, and so as our friends and families, roam the town between games, I think it's a good experience for everyone. But I don't know. I just know that when that championship game's on ESPN, the years that we're fortunate to have the #1 seed in the championship, I think the world needs to see what kind of support some of these programs have if we want the Big Sky to have a brand. And brand is all about exposure. So what are we exposing? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.